Is that person you're following on Instagram or TikTok that's talking about making money, are they legit or are they trying to liberate you from your money? If you're trying to figure out if someone's a scammer and you've tried looking up their name and aren't really finding much about them, this video is for you. So first of all, who I am, my name is Nicole Willett. I own a marketing company. I've owned this company for 16 years, but I've been doing this kind of work for almost 20. So I've seen my fair share of get rich quick schemes on the internet. And every year, kind of the tactics change. And these series of tactics I'm going to talk about today are things I've been seeing on my FYP on TikTok for the last at least 6 months. So I'm guessing other people have seen them too. Now we're going to watch a particular video that was created by a certain person. And while I am picking on them, I want this video, instead of talking about this one person, to represent what you should be looking for when you see a video like this come across your page. So it's more of a illustration of the model versus going after this specific person, because a lot of these tactics are very similar. Now, if you follow me for any length of time, you know that I have this series called Nicole Reacts where I react to online marketing guru training. So there's a whole YouTube playlist called Nicole Reacts. And the thing I've been kind of running into doing this for over 2 years, I kept thinking eventually the well was going to run dry and I would run out of content. But every time I make a video about one person that's kind of problematic, five more pop up. And I have this list that feels like it's never going to end. And what I wanted to do was kind of take a step back and say, okay, like what patterns can we look for, in particular for these newer gurus that seem to be coming on the scene? What can we be looking for in their content? What can we be looking for maybe in their profile or their bio? What kinds of things can signal to us that maybe this person is not someone we should give hundreds or thousands of dollars to learn their ways? So that's what this video is going to be about. Now, I wanted to find an example video so that I could talk about this. And back in September, I was scrolling my FYP on TikTok and this woman came across my page and I thought, oh, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch this video right now and then we're going to come back and talk about it because it's pretty short.
Are you ready? Today is day number 1. We are creating a brand new TikTok with 0 followers. Today is September 6th, 2023, and before the new year, you and I are going to be making $5,000 to $10,000 a month, and I'm going to show you every step of the way. We are going to do this by creating digital products and digital marketing. And by doing this, we are going to make passive income. But first, you need to follow me along. So make sure you're tapping on that follow button because you do not want to miss out on this. You and I are going to do this together. I will be there to guide you every step of the way and give you all my tips and tricks. And within a few days, you will be able to create your own digital product. We are going to make passive income together. We are going to make $5,000 to $10,000 a month before the New Year's. But first, you need to follow me. And 2, you are going to need to create a brand new TikTok. So if you're ready to make true passive income by creating digital products with someone that's willing to guide and help you, then buckle up and let's do it. So like, follow, comment, and save, and I will see you in the next video to get this journey started. Love you guys.
So let's talk about kind of 3 major things that I noticed about this video. If you noticed other ones, feel free to leave them as a comment. Number 1, she's very vague about how you are actually going to make passive income. She does use the phrase making your first digital product. So, okay, that kind of points us to we're making a digital product, but I don't know what that means. I don't know if we're writing an ebook. I don't know if we're making a video. I don't know if we're, taking a bunch of photos and selling them to stock photography websites. I don't know if we're going to make templates that we're going to sell on Canva. You know what I mean? Like, I just need 4 things right there, but there are a lot of different kinds of digital products out there. And I would just really like to know, okay, if this is going to be, say, a series of videos and I don't like being on camera, this opportunity is probably not for me, right? But we keep it vague so that we can keep people on the hook. The second thing that's happening in this video is she's pretty aggressive about us having to follow her. She has the follow me sticker on her actual video. And she tells us twice in this less than 1 minute video that we need to follow her on her journey. Now, if you watch this YouTube video, I might say at the end, thanks for watching. If you like it, please subscribe. But I'm not spending, 20% or more of the video telling you what to do. And then the third thing is she's made an income claim. So she is saying you're going to start a brand new TikTok with no followers from scratch in September, and that by the new year, AKA 4 months later, you're going to be making thousands of dollars a month. Now, a lot of people who do business services like I do not guarantee outcomes for a variety of reasons. Number one is most businesses I work with, there's a lot of things that are beyond my control. I don't control their pricing. I don't control how customer service training is given or how employees are given feedback so that customers have a good experience when they come in the business. There's a series of things that I don't control that have direct impact on revenue. The second thing is that every business is pretty different. So even if I'm working with a retail business in the same community, they might be selling very different kinds of products. They might be selling to entirely different audiences. They might be selling at entirely different price points. So, for example, one of our clients actually, they have two stores. So they're a great example. Store one, it has kind of art prints, it has decorative pillows, it has nice scarves, and everything in there is probably between $5 and I think they have some relatively expensive items, but I'd say that most items are under $150. Their other store is a high-end jewelry store. So I photographed a necklace there that was over $17,000, but it seems like most things at that store are a few $100s, so like $200 to $800 kind of seems like the median price point. So even though it is in the same community, these stores are literally down the street from each other. And even though it's owned by the same people, those are different clientele. And the approach is different, and the outcomes obviously are going to be different, right? And I think thirdly, I feel like if I made a client a promise and that promise wasn't kept, that my integrity would be out of line. So I don't make those promises. Now, what I can do is I can say things like, I've looked at, dozens of small business retail websites, and this is typical traffic without social media. And then when we start doing social media, this is the kind of traffic increase I typically see so that they know if what we're doing is working or not. Or I can say, hey, the average shopping cart with various shopping cart studies converts at between 1% and 3%. Let's look at your online shopping cart and see how it's converting. Oh, great. Your cart's converting at 5%. Everything seems to be working fine. We just need to increase overall traffic to your website. So like I can make calls like that. But the thing is, I'm not going to like walk into a business and say, I'm going to make you $200,000 this year. It's not that I don't believe in my work. I just told you the 3 reasons I wouldn't do it. So the thing with internet people is they're making these promises. They're looking into a camera and recording something. They're not telling it directly to a real person. They're not sitting across from a business owner like I am and having this conversation. They're just blasting it out to the internet, faking it till they make it, and saying things like, hey, we're going to make you thousands of dollars a month, even though we saw at the end of her video, she had 17 followers. So she's clearly not even monetizing her platform. So she's not making the money off the videos. And it's clear that she said, follow me on my journey as I begin it. So she's not there yet. So her promising you that you're going to cross the finish line of the marathon and she's training you on the marathon, she's on mile 1 right now. It's very easy to coach someone from mile 1. It's a lot harder when you've run 50 marathons yourself and you're coaching someone because you know how hard it is. Now, I wanted to take a look at her more recent videos. It's 6 months later. She's theoretically making thousands of dollars a month. Here's her TikTok. She's grown from 17 followers. I'll give her that. Let's watch a few of her recent videos and see where she's at.
I feel like we're strangers, so let's get to know each other. Hi, I'm Christina. I'm 37 years old. I currently live in Florida as a nurse. I'm actually an orthopedic nurse, and I work 3 days at the hospital. As you can see, I'm getting ready to go into my shift. I have been in Florida for about 8 years. I'm originally from New Jersey, South New Jersey, Jersey Shore. I had the poof and everything, just like all the people that you see on the Jersey Shore. My husband and I met each other from Tinder. We are a match made in heaven. And he's originally from New York, so he even has the accent to go with it.
One day we packed up our stuff and put it in a U-Haul and decided to head to Florida and make our dreams come true. When we first got here, we had nothing to our names. We lived a block away from the beach and slept on a blow-up mattress in our living room. And it was honestly probably one of the best times that I can remember because we grew so close together. And then 3 years ago, we had our miracle baby, my daughter. I had ovarian cancer, so I didn't really think that I was going to have kids. And she came out to be perfect. I was a high risk pregnancy, but everything else was perfect. Fast forward a couple of years later, and now I'm selling the Roadmap to Riches with master resale rights attached to it. And I'm selling my own digital products, which I would have never thought. I am sick of working the 12-hour shifts. I love helping people, but I want that time that I will never get back with my daughter. You only get to see them grow up for a certain amount of years. I can always be a nurse. I can always sell digital products, and the market is growing. So why not jump in and join the fun?
The audio quality kind of changed halfway through that, which was interesting. That video was recorded in November. Okay. So in September, she told us that we would be making thousands of dollars a month in passive income. So on November 7th, she was still in her scrubs going to her nursing job. Within that video, you also saw that she gave you a lot of different touch points that you could connect with her as a person, right? So that she's from New Jersey. So you can be like, wait a minute, I'm from New Jersey. I had big hair too. Or that she lives in Florida now, that she works a demanding job, that she's a nurse, that she had cancer, that she has a young child, like a miracle child she didn't think she was ever going to have, that she met her husband on Tinder. She's giving us a lot of touch points that we can connect with her as a person. And obviously, when you connect with someone, it's a lot easier to sell them something. Now, I'm not saying that you making a video about your cancer journey or about how, you worked really hard and now have a kid and you're so happy you have a kid. I'm not saying that any of that is disingenuous. I'm just saying that this is a technique to build rapport. She's giving us some personal information. It's not overly personal. Like she's not telling us her deep, dark secrets or anything, but she's giving us ways to connect with her, which is a common sales tactic. And listen, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you finding ways to connect with other people and you happen to sell something. I feel like I do that too. I'm just saying that's what she's doing here. What I think is interesting is this video was recorded in November of 2023, and it is the most recent video in this feed. And it's March now. Let's watch the 3 most recently updated videos. We are going to skip the video about her ovarian cancer, which she uploaded in September of 2023, because it's kind of about how she wasn't sure if she was going to make it through and how she got cancer and all that. I'll let you watch it if you want, but it's not really relevant to selling online course content.
I got 2 new tips for your TikTok account, so make sure that you save this so you can use it as reference. Tip number 1, you can tag 3 videos that you previously recorded so that viewers can binge watch your videos before you upload them, and that way you can increase your views. Tip number 2, did you know that TikTok now allows you to hold down the left side of your screen so that you can fast forward your videos 2 times? Let me show you. I hope this helps. I love sharing my tips and tricks with you guys. And if you don't follow me, hit that follow button. Love you guys. Real reason why we are getting low views on our videos. So pay attention if you want to change this. Your followers and the people that see your video on their FYP are not interacting with your videos. When you post a new video, TikTok will push that video out to a certain extent, but if there's no interactions, they will stop pushing it out. And this includes the people that are just liking your videos and then not watching them fully. It ends up hurting you, and in the long run, it messes with your analytics. In addition, you want to make sure that people are not just leaving emojis in your comments. Your comments should be relevant to the topic of your video. So if you're following someone, interact with their videos, like, comment, save, watch them fully. Because if not, you're ending up hurting their videos and you're better off not following them. I hope this helps, guys. Love ya.
I'm just going to scroll the comments on this particular video, and I want you to notice that about half the comments are digital mindset mentor, Lisa, digital marketing, Mel, digital marketing mama, Michelle, digital marketing, Brianna, the digital mama, Tram, digital products, Caitlin, monetizing mom life, Britt, digital marketer with POTS, Julie, Batch Content Crow, and Burita. Now, if you look at people's comments and you see that a majority of their comments seem to be calls coming from inside the house, that's usually a sign that they are trying to artificially inflate their engagement. They're probably helping the same people by leaving comments on their videos. And while it seems like a fine thing to do, I feel like it's a little bit disingenuous. Let's watch a couple more videos.
Tell you, so stick around because you want to listen to this. So I created a backup TikTok account because I wanted to see how it performed. And just in case, if you know, it's always good to have a second one. But I guess people must not realize it's me because I've been getting a lot of cold messages. And here is the receipt. I did not put their account on blast fully because I know they have a lot of followers, but I know they also follow me on this account. So maybe this will help them to stop. I do not understand this method and I think it's gross. If you're bringing value to your content, especially if you have 80,000 followers like you do, you should not have to cold DM me. And I think it makes you look shady and is bad for business in my opinion. So my point of doing this video is that you never know who's watching your videos. So make sure that you know who you're messaging and pay close attention. Love you guys. I had some tea to tell you.
I hope she's not sending cold messages to anybody.
So like I am, because you took 2 weeks off for mental health. Let's go and test this theory and see if my Jersey attitude can help me bring up my views. But let's do a quick checklist to see if we can narrow it down. Are you doing SEO? Do you have hashtags? Are you commenting and liking and being interactive with your community? Are you solving a problem for your target audience? Do you know what they like? Are they paying attention to you? Or is TikTok just not putting out your videos? Are you being real and upfront and bringing your attitude like I do with my Jersey attitude and bringing the energy so that you are not being vanilla? Are you posting every single day and being consistent? Because if not, TikTok will punish you like it did to me. But guess what? We are going to keep on going and pushing through, and I'm going to break that cycle. And if you still have low numbers, let me know in the comments what your views are at. Love you guys.
This video was posted in September and she has not posted any additional videos since September. Just saying.
I think I'm going to delete this account. I've already had multiple things going wrong with this account and it just keeps getting worse. And maybe it's a sign that I just need to start over and be fresh because I've already got banned for a week to go live. So I can't promote myself in any way. 2, I took 2 weeks off and TikTok has hated me ever since. And my views have been super low. So that's not agreeing with me as well. And I don't know what else could go wrong. So let me know. Do you think that I should just cut this one out and start brand new? Because this one's not really doing that much. And I think that it's the sign maybe that I should start new. Let me know. Love you guys.
The best advice anyone ever gave me was 2 words. You can't. And you know what my response was? 2 words. Watch me.
Turning vanilla and blending in, and no one likes that. Think about how many people are in this industry doing the same thing that you're doing and tell me what sets you apart from them. That is what sells. I want you to stand out.
So I watched more of her videos, but I will spare you in the edit of this video. But you probably see the pattern, right? Hustle mentality, a little bit of rage baiting, which is where you say something that you know is going to be inflammatory so that people will leave comments about it, self-victimization, like the platform is out to get me or whatever, a little bit of like, here is like a cool trick, but never her getting into this is exactly how I make my money, or these are the kind of products that I'm selling. I know we're doing master resell rights, but that's a general term. It's typically for that one internet marketing course, which is why all of their handles are digital marketing or money making online kind of things. In terms of the themes, you'll notice these people talking about, they all tend to be kind of similar. They do kind of co-opt a lot of words that we use in marketing. They might say that they do high ticket sales. They might say that they do affiliate marketing. They might say that they do master resell rights. They might say that they are a digital creator. These are all words that I've seen various people use. Now, I'm sure at some point AI is going to also appear in this list, like them sort of implying that you can use their system to use AI to do all your marketing for you or something. But what you'll notice about a lot of these terms is that they're real marketing terms that real marketing people use, and that's on purpose. So how do I know if these people are being legitimate or not? First, you can do what we just did and watch all their videos and see how it makes you feel inside. So like watching those videos, we saw a lot of bragging, we saw a lot of kind of woe is me, the platform is against me. We saw some little, oh, look at this little trick where you can hold down the thing and fast forward the TikTok video. Here's a little trick is sort of their shortcut of showing you that they have, deep knowledge about how TikTok works as a platform or something. But what they never talk about is, okay, this is how I made my first sale, or okay, this is how I set up my digital product. You don't see anything like that. You just see the star of the show and like little videos about me and some income claims. But we don't really see the thing in between me and making the income. That bridge is never made for us. So that's number one. The second thing is you'll notice these people come in with guns blazing. So their content will have a lot of bravado. It'll be like, oh, well, I'm going to be successful and I have this plan and my mentor is really successful and, you're going to follow me on my journey and like, this train is leaving the station. I'm going to be successful and you better get on board so that you can get on this success train with me. And I guess a lot of real business owners I know don't talk like this. Think about some people who own businesses and think about how much time they spend kind of lightly bragging about their success. I'm guessing it's probably a very low to zero margin of time that they're spending doing that because they're busy running their actual business. And either A, they know how hard it was to get where they are, so they're not going to pretend that other people can, or B, they know that they had a little bit of luck getting there and they know that their success would be difficult to replicate because of that, or sometimes a combination of both. So usually, like I said, if someone's overly confident and they're kind of giving you a weird feeling in your stomach, like, whoa, what's this person up to? Usually it's because there is some kind of projection going on. Like they're trying to project an image to you that they don't quite fit yet. And the third thing I would say is if like, let's say you're watching someone and you are just completely taken with them and you're like, wow, they really know what's going on. Before you buy anything from them, I want you to wait a full calendar year. And here's why. So I have reacted to a lot of these people and their trainings, and they tell people to put out like 3 videos a day, or they'll tell people that they should be DMing or responding to comments hours every day. And the thing is that you cannot consistently do that and be unsuccessful at it. You might be able to keep up that pace for 6 months, maybe a little bit longer. But if you do hours of work every day that you are never paid for, or you make just a couple of dollars an hour, you will have to eventually like get another job or do something else, unless you are independently wealthy anyway, in which case, why would you be selling someone a program? Hold back. And if they're still enthusiastic, if they are still producing unique content, again, not just being like, oh, you jump on the train, oh, I'm successful selling digital products. If they're actually sharing information and that information is consistently new and interesting and ongoing for a year or more, then you can buy something from them. And I know you might say, well, Nicole, what if they're at the, at the crest of the wave and I could be riding that wave with them? Here's the thing about waves. There's always another one. And if something is only going to work for that short a period of time, do you really want to quit your job for something that's only going to make you money for 6 months? Do you really want to re-engineer your whole life and spend hundreds of hours learning a new skill or building a platform or whatever, only to have the money completely stop flowing, 365 days later? Not so much. So you want to work with people who are in it for the long haul, whether they are talking about making online digital products, whether they are talking about internet marketing or whatever buzzword that's going to come on the scene next. That's what we're looking for. And if you hold off on that purchase, usually that person, you'll see their true colors within the first year. You'll see that they stopped posting to the platform. You'll see that they changed to multi-level marketing companies. You'll see that they completely pivoted their business and now they're selling real estate. They're going to do something and you're going to be like, oh, okay, I guess that looked like a wave. but it wasn't my wave. In which case you've saved yourself a lot of time and money and headaches, to be completely honest with you. By the way, that wait a year thing, that also applies to me in this situation. If you're watching this video and you're like, wow, I like Nicole, I'd like to work with her and her company, hold off a bit. Watch some more content. You know, I'm not going anywhere. This company's still going to be here a year from now because I'm a millennial who's never going to retire. But in all seriousness, I'm in no hurry. This is a marathon, not a sprint to me. And whether you contact me now or contact me a year from now, we're going to be here. I'm still going to be talking about online marketing. I'm still going to be producing content. I'm still going to be offering the same services that I'm offering. You're not going to see a giant weird pivot over here. So, like I said, if someone is new to the business, give them some time. And they shouldn't be in any hurry to get you to sign on because they should know that they're in it for the long haul. Now, before we go, I also want to talk about these people's profiles and how they tend to be set up so that you know what to look for. So let's take a look at this woman's TikTok profile to see what I'm talking about. So as you see here, she has her handle and then she has Christina Digital Marketer. So their handle or their name might be different. It might be, Real Estate Marketing Pro or something like that. And that's fine. What I want you to pay more attention to is the bio and the link. Make passive income online. Digital marketing and PLR. What does PLR stand for? Let me go look that up. PLR.me is a quality private label content for health and life coaches written by industry experts. Starts at 60 cents per download. So basically you're reselling other content that other people have made. Okay, I learned a new thing today. Life-changing guide in link. Now let's look at a company that has an online product. I just Googled companies that make Canva templates and I found this person. And so as you see here, designing vibrant and colorful brands, 4.5 million monthly Pinterest views, approved Canva creator. Let's design your brand in a VIP day. And then there's a link. But as you see here, she has a lot of content about learning Pinterest and her services and things like that. Do you see how that feels more like an online digital product company than what this other person is trying to do? It doesn't feel like a get rich quick scheme because we know what this person is providing, we know what value they have, and we see that they have a lot of examples of the kind of work that they do. So we're able to evaluate it for ourselves. Whereas with her, it's like, oh, you'll have to trust me. You have to, download my link or whatever. We can't see anything. A small detail I'm just going to point out here is that all of these scammy people seem to have what's called a Stan store. And I'm not saying that everyone who has a Stan store is a scammer. I'm just saying that these people who follow the criteria that we've been talking about throughout this video, the kind of final nail in the coffin seems to be the existence of the Stan store. Now, I don't know if they use Stan store because multi-level marketing companies are technically banned from TikTok. So this is their way around it. So rather than sending someone directly to an MLM website, they send people to a personalized store that links to the multi-level marketing company. I don't know if it's that. That's just my theory. But let's take a look at Christine's Stan store so I can show you what I mean. I can't make this up. The store is unavailable, which means it's offline now. Thankfully, I did that recording back in September. So let's take a look at what her Stan store used to look like. And we see here she's selling the Roadmap to Riches. She's also selling a $25 go viral guide and free passive income tips if you give her email address. She also has some affiliate links on the bottom for what looks like an email program and also to build your own Stan store. It looks like you can try Stan store for up to 14 days, but it does appear to be a paid thing, which is why I think her Stan store is offline. I think she's not making the amount of money she said she was going to make. Otherwise, this website would still be online today. So as the internet continues to get bigger and as our economic climate continues to decline, I think we're going to see these kind of things more and more. Maybe not this exact brand of a very confident person being very vague about how they make money with a link to a Stan store. I think that's just the current flavor of the month. It might be that someone comes up with some complete other thing, like 2 months from now. It's like, oh, here's all about AI. And then we're going to see a bunch of people who are copying that model and trying to make money off of it. But the thing is that any business that is going to last is going to take some work. And the only time I've ever seen these kind of things be successful is it's when the person already has a pretty large audience. They're going to have some success because they already have hundreds of thousands of people that are already knowing about who they are. And so they can probably sell some of them something. But for us normal people, if you want a business that is going to stand the test of time, that's something that you're going to be proud to tell people that you do, something that you're going to be excited to work on in your spare time while you keep your day job, you might look around and say, wow, people do need help with marketing and I can help people in my local community do marketing. I think that that's great. I just don't want you to think that you can spend a couple of hours a day making videos and have the money just start pouring in after a couple of months, because it doesn't work like that for most people. I didn't make this video to discourage you. I wanted to make this video to liberate you. Liberate you from the expectation that you are going to follow a random person's list of to-dos on the internet and that you're just going to be making a few $1,000s a month without having to work at it. Because the reality is the only people who seem to successfully do that are people who have built up an audience of a certain size and then are able to sell that audience something. And I'm not one of those people. I'll just say it. I've spent my time doing services for people. So someone hires my company, we do the services, we get paid. We haven't spent a lot of time building an audience because honestly, I know how much time that it takes. And I know that you have to have an audience of a certain size because only a very small percentage are going to buy anything from you. That's just how it works. So the only people who seem to do well at this stuff are maybe somebody who was a soap opera star and then they join a multi-level marketing company. And so they take their hundreds of thousands of Instagram followers and they're able to, I don't know, sell them shampoo or supplements or something. Or somebody who is an influencer and they are like going to make their own makeup line or something like that. So they have a list of customers that are ready to buy from them. Those are the kind of people who I see making passive income online. I guess this should be liberating because it's not that you've been doing everything wrong. It's not that you have, let all these opportunities pass you by where you could have been successful. It's that every few months, someone comes up with another scheme, gets a bunch of people on board talking about it, and artificially makes it seem like not only it's a reasonable thing to do, but that everyone's being successful at it. But if you look for some of the things I talk about, the vagueness, the high bravado despite a lack of experience, the lack of stick-to-itiveness that you'll see, like I said, they'll do it for a little while and then they'll move on to something else. Just look for all of those things before you join someone's downline, before you buy someone's program, before you spend thousands of dollars or even hundreds of dollars on coaching from someone. Because you've worked hard for your money, you deserve to keep your money. And if you're going to work at a business, you deserve to have it not be some vague thing that you'd feel weird talking about to your friends, but something that you can be really proud of and will continue to make you money into the future. Not thousands of dollars a month passively, perhaps, but something that maybe will last you a few decades anyway. So thanks so much for watching. If you thought this video was useful, I hope you consider subscribing to the channel or feel free to share it with a friend who you think might be able to use it. And if you have a guru that you want me to react to, a specific video, a topic idea, I'm totally open to that. You can leave it as a comment on this video and I'll see it. Or if you're more shy, you can use the contact form of our website, breakingeveninc.com/contact. That goes directly to me and I will see it as a sort of private message that you're sharing. Thanks so much for watching. Again, as a reminder, the woman we talked about today is an example, and I could show you probably 100 different examples. So just remember, these gurus, these online scams, they're going to keep coming up with new things all the time. But the good news is you're armed with some information now to be able to tell when somebody is legit or not. Take care, and I'll see you next time.